Yeah, there you
How
go.
how old's your costume?
15.
And where did you buy that costume?
Spirit, I think it was Spirit.
Spirit Halloween.
Yeah.
Are you the Great Pumpkin?
I'm the greatest pumpkin. Charlie Brown. Are you a Charlie Brown fan?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Pat's got her Halloween bonnet on.
What I'm doing.
Just leave it.
Which one's better, this one or the other one?
Put the other one back
I like
on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
we kind of match.
There you go. That looks good. But just leave it. It looks good.
good. You gonna surround us in white light?
No. And welcome to the Halloween special of the No Name Yet podcast. And on tonight's show from the great state of Idaho, where he makes jack-o'-lanterns with his kids out of potatoes, Roddy!
Faster.
All right, and also on tonight's show, from the Schenectady suburb of Italian women with big hair, Well, welcome.
Oh man, are you okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah,
What?
well, it's
Are you
as okay as it's gonna get.
having a stroke?
So what? It only took me 5 times to get through that intro.
It's all good.
All
That's why I
right.
could never do this live. I am in awe of people that do this stuff live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's true. Thank God for editing. So the last time you were on the show, which was the last episode of the No Name Yet podcast, we've been off the air for a while.
Well, that's right, because you went on. That was the end of season, what, like 7 or something?
Season 6.
Yeah.
Um, you said you were going to do some upgrades in your house. You really went to town.
Yeah, you see this back
Yeah.
here? The new walls, that all that's actual oak
Mm.
from
That's
That-
beautiful.
from the Yellowstone forest. We went down and we went up and cut a bunch of oak.
I'm so gullible.
well, under this president, it's probably allowed now.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Why not?
there's no protections on anything, so
Yeah. So this was last year's Halloween background, and I wanted to pay homage to a podcasting great, Justin Simbitis. And we found out just before we came on that the picture doesn't fit, but so be it.
here we go.
You can see his nose and his chin, and you can see his medallion.
Classic image. I think that was on a shirt for a while there, but I missed that.
Yes, yep, and it says Count Progy on it. So, Justin, if you're watching, we love you, and I hope you enjoy the show. So, we're gonna leave him up there like that. So, anyway,
We know what it is, and
yes, we know what it is.
that's what's important.
And Roddy, do you have any plugs that you would like to make?
Well, no, just as always, follow my YouTube, follow the Instagram, Roddy TV, and for all the great funny moments, inappropriate, a lot more inappropriate than this show. Go check it out.
Yes. All right. And Pat, do you have anything to plug?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing to plug.
Are you going to be in costume in the hospital at Halloween?
I doubt it because I have a doctor's appointment that afternoon. So
Oh
me, I don't
no,
get in until late. So if I had enough time, I just have to be gone by 2:30 in the afternoon. So we'll see.
a tradition dies.
Well, we don't know. Now, last year you didn't accompany me. Last year I had Han Solo.
Yeah, you're Derek.
Oh,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that a big thing for you? You always wear costumes when you're at work?
No, but usually for the holidays.
Well, that's what I meant. Not like on
Oh, I thought you meant on a
14.
regular basis. No, last year, Reverend Derek accompanied me and he had a big laser sword. But I always forget his character. It's not Han Solo, it's the other guy. What's
I
the
thought
other
he
guy?
was Han Solo. No, he was Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
we went marching around all the floors. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do it. Certainly have enough candy, that's for sure,
that's true.
to bring in.
Much to compliment my employer, they remembered us during pastoral care week, and they gifted us with about 8 pounds of candy.
Nice. That's good.
Last week was pastoral care week. If anybody's listening who has a pastor and you didn't acknowledge them or give them a remembrance, please go do it now.
I bet you're glad you're a pastor, you're a priest instead of a good thing you're not like a Jehovah's Witness because then you couldn't celebrate Halloween.
That's
Oh, good
true.
point.
And you know why they don't like celebrating Halloween?
Why?
'Cause they don't like random people knocking at their door.
I bet they don't.
Hate that.
So I just want to start us out. Roddy doesn't have a ghost story,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
he's gonna making commentary on our stories.
okay.
And but I just wanted to start off with a short story. Um, so there's by the way, Gritty was supposed to be on tonight, and he called me today and said nah, he couldn't do it.
No.
So if you're ever inclined to watch the GKB podcast, don't do it.
I'm going to assume that's his podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
But Gritty is an actor in a haunted house right now, and I went up twice. And the first time he was in the bathroom when we went through his room, and then the second time I missed him and he missed me.
Oh,
So
gotta go a third time.
I thought about it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
You got a few
It's
more days.
since it's 70 miles away.
Please.
But you go through I mean, this haunted house is pretty good. There's three different houses in the house in total, and the first one is like a necrovirus kind of, apocalyptic kind of house, and then there's Gritty's house, which is I forgot the name of it now, but it's like it's got all these animals in it. Um, he's a pig. And then the last one's the clowns. And so the first time we went up, it was pretty good. We went on opening night, but then we went back, it was really great. It was really good. All the actors, had gotten their characters down. Um, but did you ever encounter like a restaurant? Like there's this restaurant called One Jenny in the city where Gritty is doing this haunted house. And we went to eat dinner there, and that was a horror. This restaurant, One Jenny. And like the pizza was like actually convenience store pizza might have been better. Um Joe's Wings came in like a soup of sauce. But everybody in and the heat was on. It was really humid in there. It was the middle of winter, and like the place was packed. And all the Google reviews are like, "We love this place. This is the best place to come eat." And that the group think was just completely horrifying. And so, did you ever have a restaurant like that in Roddy?
That everybody loves, but the food is terrible. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the reviews right now for that. It's a 4.4 average on Google.
Oh, it's gone down.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's giving me the address there and everything. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think it just depends on the person, I guess, because there's a lot of places here, mostly chain places here that everybody loves that I don't like. I don't like going to Buffalo Wild Wings and everybody loves it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like that place.
I know Thomas really likes Texas Roadhouse, and that's really good here also. So
Yeah, yeah. We've only been to one Texas Roadhouse that wasn't that good.
yeah.
Um, but there was a restaurant like that around here. Um, and I mean, people in Schenectady County are just so grateful that it's not around anymore because I mean, it was just one of the most horrific places ever, and it was called Longo Pizza. Do you know
You know, I
Longo
made the
Pizza?
mistake of telling Rich that my parents owned a pizza place back in the 50s
Oh,
and
your parents
60s.
owned it.
Yeah, back in the 1950s and 60s, and he just can't let that go. I told him some people remember Longo Pizza very fondly, so he's got to be a wise guy.
So anyway, so we go through this haunted house, right? We go through this haunted house. We get through all the houses. The clown house is kind of fun, actually. And we go out the back door, and the true horror of the night is staring us right in the face. One Jenny.
Oh man.
I mean, what a way to end this haunted house was to be faced with one Jenny across the street.
Now, one Jenny though, like, because when I'm looking at it, it says bar and grill, and but you got pizza. Is that maybe
Yeah,
that's maybe they've got better like steak and ribs and stuff like that.
maybe.
Well,
But
I gotta look it up too now. And that's in Utica?
New Hartford.
Oh, New
I
Hartford.
was avoiding saying the location, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Edit, edit.
oh, what the heck?
Oh, what the heck.
I'm 70 miles away.
As like I said, I mean, I'm on the other side of the country, and I immediately found it and the address. So
Yeah,
it says One Genesee Street, which is why they are named One Jenny, I guess.
yes,
Hartford, New York, 13413.
yeah. The interior of the place is all black. Looks
Oh,
like
looks like
a
they got
black
some.
box theater.
They looks like they got some real good cocktails. They got a lot of. Oh yeah, there's a picture of the pizza. Oh, there's a picture of you on here.
No,
I'm just.
Gritty's pepperoni pizza had one piece of pepperoni on the whole pie.
Oh man, how much you guys? Was it at least moderately priced, or were you
It's all
paying arm
right.
and leg for a piece
I
for
had
a?
I had a gift certificate, so
That's good.
It's like a very nice place right now that I'm looking at.
well, then you go eat there.
Is that the place?
Uh, yeah,
Oh, it looks so nice. Ooh, look at that drink. And I don't drink.
Yeah, that looks good. I saw that picture too. It looks good.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. All right. Well, we got two defenders of one Jenny.
I'm not
Well, I've never been there,
defending.
but it looks nice on there.
I'm
On
just
there.
saying I'll take your word and not order the pizza, which
Yeah.
I usually don't order pizza at restaurants unless
Okay.
it's a pizza restaurant. But
Did Longo serve anything but pizza?
Nope, that was it. Just
Okay.
pizza. You know how much our large 12 cut cheese, mushrooms, sausage, and if you want anchovies? How much we used to charge for that?
$3.
$1.65.
Wow.
I know.
Well, so
for all
why?
the pizza,
That's kind of dating me, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
what was that 1943?
No, 1953 to 1969.
Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. But then mozzarella got very expensive.
I've been rewatching The Wonder Years and watching prices, listening to prices. I think he paid like 60 cents for like a full tank of gas on his massive ass car. So it's like, yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I used to go and cash my paycheck, and I was working at GE company at the time. It was only 20 hours a week. You leave school as a senior right after lunch. I made $55 a week. I would go to Hess gas station and I would buy my entire tank of gas, 28 cents with a 12-gallon tank. So it was like $3, 3.50 or something. Then I would go next door. Do you remember the Carl Company?
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Carl Company to cash my paycheck and to get a carton of cigarettes. The carton of cigarettes back then were $2.40 for a carton. How scary is that? Then you
Yeah.
wonder what, like, I think back then making maybe $2 an hour. So you figure, okay, if you're making $2 an hour and the gas was 28 cents, okay, now I'm losing my math here. What am I trying to say, guys?
We don't know.
Trying to say that everything was a lot less expensive.
But I'm trying to equal the rate of pay to how much the gas was and how much the cigarettes were compared to today when you're making maybe 15 times as much. So is it comparable? I
Oh,
don't know.
things have gone up a lot faster than wages, for sure.
Do either of you ever smoke?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I did.
How much did you pay for the first pack of cigarettes you ever bought?
I think $1.50.
Uh, I was paying three something like when I was like 18 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
I
it went
remember
up to
actually, I was working at the store and packs of Marlboro were 3.33, and I remember that because a lot of people, multiple customers would ask for two, and the total would come out to $6.66, and they'd freak out and like ask for another one or buy a pack of something. So good sales tactic, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that was 20 years ago. They were Marlboro Reds here were 3.33 a pack.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so Pat, when she was in the Carl company, realized that the guy who ran the elevator wasn't alive for the past 20 years. He was an animated corpse. And she went out screaming on the bottom floor where they sold the underwear and the Boy Scout uniforms. And she ran for her life.
Wow.
That doesn't even make any sense. Hey, but you know something?
I
His
was just trying to make this a Halloween episode. That's all.
That was a good twist.
his picture is on the first floor being honored, if you ever noticed. Did you ever notice that, Mr. Carl, on the in memoriam on the first floor of B1? No, you never noticed.
On B1?
I believe so. That's
Oh,
where they put
really?
all of the people that they have that were like gave to the foundation and
Uh-huh.
put on a wing and all that
Oh, in
stuff.
the hospital.
Yeah, in the hospital.
Yeah, there's a door on the on B4 where all the caseworkers are. One of the doors was donated by the Carl Company. The plaque is
Oh,
still
nice. I haven't
on
seen
there.
that.
Yeah. So now that everyone is tuned out of the episode, I guess we could wrap it up.
It was very, very interesting out of all of this is that you remember the early 50s. I would not have guessed that. Like, you don't seem like you would be of that vintage.
Oh, yeah.
Who, me?
Oh, her.
Oh, oh.
Me.
I have
Yes, I remember it back to when I was 3 years old. How far can you guys remember back?
I have some
a,
memories from that era.
I remember, and I know that because I remember my mom being pregnant with my little brother, and
Really?
that was the whole time I was three, and he was born a few weeks before I turned four, and I remember all of that. So
Oh,
Yeah, this will be a good Halloween story. I don't know if you can see it.
what happened
no.
here?
No, there's a scar here,
You're getting the stigmata.
right here. This is right here. There's a
Okay.
scar right there.
Ooh.
So one stormy night when I was about 3 years old, my mother left me in the tub alone for the very first time to go get something. And in the short time that she was away, I stood up and started playing with the water in the sink. And when she came back, she said, "Get back in the tub." And it frightened me. And I fell in the tub with the soap dish, and it broke and it stuck in my little tiny arm.
Wow, that is scary. And you still have the scar? That's how bad it was?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember the sirens. My dad was a policeman, and he picked me up and brought me to the hospital. I remember the sirens.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Did you ride in the police car?
Yeah, he brought me in the police car.
Oh, wow.
Blasted a siren so he could get you there fast so you wouldn't bleed out.
Yeah.
There's blood all over the place.
I don't know. I don't know that. I remember that.
I remember you had like left a handprint, bloody handprint on the cop car's window.
Yes, a tiny little child's handprint.
Now every Halloween, that that little bloody handprint appears again on the car.
It appears on one of the units of the local police.
Exactly. On patrol car number 666, which is what your dad drove. A good story.
Yeah. The week before, I was running through the house and went head first through the storm glass window of the back door. And my mother and her friend froze and didn't say a word as I pulled my little neck back through the glass with a shard of glass right above my neck. Had I stood up, I wouldn't be doing this podcast today.
Uh,
Holy cow.
that would have been gnarly.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of glass in your house anymore, or kind of shape your
Now
adults on?
everything's made of plastic.
You took care of that.
Yeah. Yep. My mother only lets me use scissors that have the round tips.
Um, the only time I've ever been cut by glass was my niece had gotten locked in my brother's car, and it was a taller car, it was a Trailblazer, and she was in the front, so I broke one of the windows in the back and jumped in through there, and just the edges were like that, and it wasn't bad. It was just a big scratch on my arm.
Oh, okay.
It was more of a scratch. But you know how that's the thing about glass, even if it is just a scratch, it seems worse than it is. It was just really bloody,
Yeah. Yeah.
but all or anything. So
Yeah.
I've never
Head
had.
in, head injuries are more bloody than
Yeah, that's why wrestlers do the little cuts and it makes it
yeah.
look amazing. But it's just a tiny cut in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You
I mean,
okay, Pat?
yeah, what happened?
What'd you ask me?
You just got real serious. Your face and
No, no, no. I was
okay.
just looking at the lights, how weird they are.
Oh.
No, I don't have any glass bloody stories. Rich, you mentioned today that you were going to talk about one of the dispatch stories.
Oh, you want me to do that story now?
Yeah.
So, my mother was a police dispatcher, and when she started out in the old town hall. And the old town, they called the police station the backstage police department because it was uh, it was built in the back of the build. Well, it was put in the back of the building through this one back door, which used to be the stage in this building. And all they did was put up a wall at the end of the stage, and then they put some stuff in there to make it a police department. And so the only exit was the back door of this building. And so they told my mother that if there was ever a fire and she had to get out, or if somebody came in, and was like attacking her or anyone else in the police station, that they needed to run back to the chief's office and use their body to run and hit the wall to break through the wall, but to be careful because there was a 4 foot drop into the courtroom because it was a stage.
Yeah.
And so one night, this guy came in and threatened her and another police officer. He had this object in his hand, and it just kept backing up, backing up, backing up. So eventually they were in the chief's office. And this guy was, decompensated. He was mentally ill, and he said he was going to kill them. And when they got to the chief's office, they were about to um, bust through that wall, but the man dropped that thing he had in his hand, and what he was threatening him with the whole time was a piece of Longo's pizza.
You are a pain in my butt. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh, honestly, I looked so forward to this story tonight. When you told me today,
So
oh,
did I.
I got a story about the dispatch. What happened there? Honestly, I had asked Rich earlier today if he was ever affected by his parents' job, his mother working there and his father as a policeman. I said, as a little kid, you usually remember something, it stays with you, some sort of tragedy. And that's what he tells me. Oh, I have a story. I'll tell you tonight. My pizza
I
story.
was going to tell her in the office, but I figured I'd save her for the show.
No, I'm saying like when you're a little kid and you hear something had to be discussed at the dinner table.
But my
We had,
dad, my dad didn't do that. They didn't do that. Like he never talked about work in front of us.
really.
Yeah, and he was an accident investigator, and occasionally he would bring photos home, and if we were like got curious, and we were like maybe ready to peek in the envelope, he would say, "Get away from that," because he had some pretty gruesome pictures.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because in the village that we live in, the town didn't have a police department when he first started working. So they used to go out Route 5 and Route 50 and, all these, and DWIs weren't enforced like they are now. And,
Hmm.
there was, some pretty gruesome crashes.
You could have been seeing like people with their heads cut off and stuff.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know what was in the photos. I never saw them, but
That was before rotten.com, so you would have been scarred.
yeah,
Now we all look now we can all see that and it's okay.
yeah.
We're all okay.
When I was a police dispatcher, when I worked for the town, uh, they had this old map, um, and all the push pins in it were accidents, and the green were property damage, and or the green were accidents with injuries, and the reds were
Mhm.
fatals. And this is a time where there's all these big time popular bars up in the town. The one, the Allen's,
I was going to say that Allen's Beef and Ale House.
yeah,
I
they
remember
hosted
that
like
one.
big names like Janis Joplin sang there, and Route 50 is just this was just this line of red all the way down. Yeah,
That sucks, man.
yeah,
So you did dispatch too then?
yeah. I did it for 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did you ever deliver a baby over the phone?
no,
Oh, that's good.
Did you ever deliver a pizza?
yes, yep.
I did. We had one customer and they
We
would
had
get
it delivered.
it was a whole dollar for the tip. My brother and I used to fight over who was going to take the pizza that night
Nice.
because usually the tip was 5 cents or 10 cents. So
Oh,
a dollar was big time.
was a big deal, yeah.
And the
Yeah.
person who gave you that dollar had big, long fingers and long fingernails and Dracula teeth. And they're like, here's a dollar.
He had hooves.
Hooves. Right, Pat?
No.
Oh, okay. This is some
See, you're
Halloween special.
yeah, you're trying to push the holiday. Okay, let's talk about real spooky stuff.
Well, first, I do have some concerns about Roddy and his proximity to the dark side.
Okay.
Wow.
And so,
Yeah, I really like stories like the one you told though, the ones that are like more realistic,
uh-huh.
like the pizza thing. That was like that could really happen. It wasn't like a fable. What were you talking about? My proximity to darkness? What the hell are
Yeah,
you
well,
talking?
I have a couple some clips from your show.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just concerned about you,
Okay.
but they do lend themselves to the Halloween theme.
Yeah, on my show it's Halloween all year round.
Have you had the chance to eat human flesh? Would you?
I don't know. I've thought about this before. I don't know that I would.
Like you don't have to have like a whole like a 8 ounce steak. Just just a little taste.
If
No,
a person
I don't
willingly
think I
donated,
would.
I think I would.
Maybe if I was in like a feisty enough mood, I would. But I think in general, I don't know. I feel like it would like damage your psyche somehow. I feel like it would be like
10
eating
psychic
mort
damage.
flesh or some
like mad
shit.
cow disease kind of, but for humans.
Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it's just it would be a bad idea.
Really? I don't know. I think I would though, because sometimes I'll take my hangnails off and like I'll fry them up with a lighter and then eat them.
I feel like that's something out of Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys have never done that?
No.
Like if I don't have a lighter, I'll just chew them off. But if I have a lighter, I'll try to very meticulously take them off
Bro, what
and
the
like
fuck?
put them like on a key.
It sounds like you have way too much time on your hands.
No,
Do you do this like while
that's
you
the thing.
watch Human Centipede?
No,
Not
that's the
enough
thing.
time.
I don't have time. I don't have time,
Not enough
on my
time.
hands. I don't have enough time.
Too
I
much
shouldn't
hanging.
be doing these things. Just because I do stuff that doesn't mean I have time to do it. I just do it anyway. You know, it's like the chronic masturbation, the eating your own fucking flesh. There's no time for this. There's a lot more important things I should be doing.
You know, I've called a lot of other people creatures, but I think you're also a creature.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was actually really disappointed in myself because I said fry when I meant roast.
Oh, you roast your hangnails?
Yeah, you can't fry would imply that there's like oil or fat or something.
Uh-huh.
It's just roast, just lighter to the hangnail.
Well,
You've
maybe
never
you
done
should.
that?
No.
You put it, like I'll put it like on a key or something, and I'll sit there with a lighter and just watch it curl up.
Well, I wouldn't be as concerned if you just did that, but you said you ate it too.
Oh no, I don't really eat them. I eat them off of my fingers if they just slip off into my stomach.
So
But
do you burn any parts of your that fall off your body, Pat?
No,
Oh.
absolutely not. That's not my thing.
that's
So are
not.
you looking at Roddy differently after that clip?
I certainly love the looks of that girl, though. Holy cow.
Yeah,
Oh
what's her
man,
name again?
Addie Danger. She's famous.
Yes.
Wow.
I love when she's in the clips.
Yeah, she's
So have you eaten human flesh?
who me?
Me?
Roddy, yeah, right.
Oh, I thought you went back
Oh
to
no,
me
I
again.
haven't been faced with that chance.
Okay.
I think I kind of depending on the situation. Like I'm not gonna say no. I guess is what I'm saying. It's not a hard yes, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I wouldn't. Would you, Pastor?
I don't think so.
Already eat the body of Christ and drink his blood.
Yeah. But Jesus had the courtesy to
Turn it
take the
into
form of
a wafer.
a wafer.
Hmm.
The courtesy. Like, I don't want this to be completely disgusting, guys. So this is my body. Take it and eat it.
Yeah.
This is my blood.
So have you ever eaten human flesh, Pat?
Oh,
I find that hard to believe.
What was on the pizza?
Yeah, I heard that the Longos had a human flesh pizza.
nope. Sorry. Not from my era.
Okay.
That'd be pretty disgusting. It's bad enough that all the people, well, I don't know if you remember this. Well, probably not because you didn't grow up in Bellevue or Rotterdam. But a couple of the Chinese restaurants were being investigated and because of cats and dogs. Do you
Uh,
remember that back in the
I don't, but I believe that I ate at a Chinese restaurant in Ithaca that served me, I'm assumed cat instead of pork
yeah,
because what I was eating was not pork
was not pork.
and it was no meat that I had ever eaten before.
there was a taco place down in Utah, in the Salt Lake area, that got shut down because they found I think that I might be wrong, but they found a dead body or something in the freezer. But it was
Oh,
never clear if they actually used any of that in the food. But there's just like this big suspicion, and like if you search it up, man, I wish I remember the name of it. But if like you look it up on Google, it just says like closed permanently because they shut them down. And I know a number of people that would go down there and have ate there, and they said they were really good. And that's what they say is if you eat human flesh, it's like really incredibly good, and then like you get the taste for it.
huh.
I've also heard that if like cows have to pass inspection, that if it was a human being, we would never pass inspection because of all the chemicals that are in our bodies.
That makes sense.
I thought that was interesting. We would never pass inspection.
Yeah.
Pretty scary.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to the next clip.
This Friday, we have an all-new type of event at the Heart with Latin at the Heart.
Este viernes, amigos, vamos a tener un bailazo con Grupo Quemadores. Estos güeyes no saben nada de hacer bailes, pero para eso estoy yo.
Exactly.
Ellos no saben lo que quiere la raza, pero aquí vamos a estar nosotros. Grupo Quemadores, DJ Rudo tocando música bailable, echando pisto toda la noche, aunque este güey está medio taradito.
I agree completely, and I can't wait for this. This is going to be a good event.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Tell them how much this means to the community.
Eso va a ser perroncísimo para la comunidad hispana, un lugar nuevo para bailes aquí en Idaho Falls, aquí en el corazón de Idaho.
Oh, that one was just last week.
So
Not
what was that ancient evil language that you were speaking?
I was speaking in tongues.
You were speaking in tongues? The hair stood up on my arms when I heard that.
Yeah, I was under something. It was cool though.
My soda started smoking when I was playing that at the office.
No, really. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good to know that I have that reach, you know. It's like the video, the what is it, The Ring, you know?
the
How everybody,
ring.
so you would watch that video and you would die in 7 days.
Oh, I
Glad that
didn't
these
know about
videos
that.
are, I'm glad these videos are getting their reach all the way.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, that's an old clip. That's from like, oh, like 13, 14 years ago, probably.
What is that demonic music?
Well, if I think you'd get it if you played it backwards.
Okay.
One of those things.
So do you mind me making jokes about your language and culture?
No, you're that's how most priests are.
Yeah, that's almost pre-star. Were
I
you playing in that band?
Yeah,
Were you on the guitar?
on the bass.
The bass, okay.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I found a lot of those videos on a hard drive recently.
Oh, all
Well, I
right.
knew they were there, but I was finally able to get them off there. It was a faulty one. I had to like hold it at an angle while they transferred everything to my computer. So I was able to find all these old ancient videos from back when we were doing all those seances and devil worshipings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have me canceled?
No, why?
Okay. My 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 podcast of 10 fans.
The
Okay.
two of them that are here right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
right,
Margaret
exactly.
still a fan, Rich?
She was more of a fan of the soap opera.
Oh, okay. I was going to
Yeah.
say shout out to Margaret.
Yeah. She might watch this, so we'll shout Margaret out. Hi, Margaret.
Hi, Kathleen too.
Yes,
Kathleen
hi
used to
Kathleen.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I was just gonna say something, I forgot.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the soap opera. Yeah, I when I said I hit a wall, I still haven't released the 3 episodes I have in the queue. So, I don't even know when the next No Name Yet podcast is going to be. But I thought Halloween would be a good time to, kind of get back in the seat, hold on to this microphone, you know, get some people on that I like, you know. So hopefully,
There's no pressure. That's the thing. I mean, you don't even have a name for the show, so you're good.
yeah, it's true. That's true. Well, so we're now to the story part of the podcast. Pat,
Yes.
who are you looking at?
My grandson's getting ready to go to work, doing the
Okay.
third shift, and he was
Okay.
just coming running down the stairs to get ready for work. What,
All
you
right.
thought I saw a ghost?
Well, I was hoping.
No, you don't really see them, you feel them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And your grandson works at General Electric
Yes, he does.
in the night shift,
The night shift. Yep, third shift.
and every so often the ghost of Thomas Edison comes through.
No, no.
Whoa.
But you
I
know what?
invented Christmas lights.
Talk about Thomas Edison. I swear some of the lights in our office are from Thomas Edison. The
Yeah.
windows, the doors, everything. Holy crap. I mean, holy cow. Looks like
This
they
is
might
going
be
on
doing-
YouTube, Pat. So
I know. I should clean up my language.
Better watch it.
yeah. So could you tell us your story?
Sure, I can. Which one? My out of body experience?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I can do it via dreams. Okay. I don't think I'm having a real out of body experience. I don't know how to do this astral projection and all that kind of stuff. But this goes back a couple of decades when my ex-husband was living somewhere and he would never let me in his apartment. He would never let me see where he lived, nothing. So this one night I dreamt of his entire apartment. I walked in, I could see the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, and I told him my dream and I explained to him the color of his kitchen. Yeah, sure. Everybody knows people have yellow kitchens. I said, yeah, but the weird part about it, I said, was when I walked into your bedroom, there was a stuffed monkey and it was on the edge of the bed about to fall off. That scared the heck out of him. He had gone Christmas shopping and there was a monkey he was giving to somebody. And yes, it was on the edge of the bed. So the person he was living with, he told him about the dream. And he said that wasn't a dream, that was an out of body experience. And the next time she leaves her body, I'm going to make darn sure she never gets back into it. Well, that scared the heck out of me. I said, you are letting this person talk about the mother of your 10-year-old child that I will not enter my body? So I brought it up. Now, this is so many years later. Not only is our daughter now 51 years old, it was my granddaughter's birthday the other day, and he came over here and he remembered that. And he said, I did try astral projection. He said, and yes, I did leave my body one time. And his partner said, I know you did that. And if you ever do it again, I'll fix it so you don't enter your body. I said, we don't know what the heck we're doing. Well, my ex-husband tried to astral project. But when you're having a dream, you don't think that you're actually leaving your body. You just have a dream and you're telling somebody about it. So now years later, I said to my present husband, I said, I had a dream about your ex-wife. I said, I dreamt that she was all around us. And she was living in Schenectady because she lived in Connecticut. And again, he dismisses me. No. So later that day, he comes home and he says, you know that dream you had about my ex-wife moving to Schenectady? He said, well, her husband just got a job in Schenectady. And yes, they are moving here. So how do you explain it? How do you explain, is it psychic awareness? Is it astral projection? How can you see the future and how can you explain it? And I certainly, like when I did study with Jehovah's Witnesses and I would tell them things like this, they would tell me it was evil. Do not dream because evil can enter your dreams. You're taking the believability away from God and what Jesus prophesied that after he died and all of his apostles died, that there would be no more seeing into the future, prophesying, or whatever the word is that I'm looking for. So I said, but I'm not demon worshiping, but it comes to me in my dreams and then it happens. And then it will sometimes come out just like I dreamt it. So anyway, any thoughts on that?
Are you using mushrooms?
Nope, no mushrooms. Just anchovies.
Maybe
was
it,
any cake thrown at the party?
There's no cake thrown at the party. What are you talking about?
maybe it is dark forces though.
Well, that's it. Is there are we taking the believability away and saying, oh yeah, I can see the future?
Yeah, you
And
probably already sold your soul off just so you could see a little bit of the future.
Well, I don't like that. I don't want to. That's why another person I worked with told me that whenever you're in a situation like that, put the white light around you. Protect yourself from any evil. Protect yourself with the white light. Do you know what I'm saying, Rich?
Yeah, I've heard that about the white light before. Um, I don't know that necessarily. I mean, why is it an assumption that it's evil? I mean, I'm not saying that it couldn't be evil, but why couldn't it just be you know, the interconnectedness of different matter, different spirit, different planes, you know?
Well, remember today when I ran into your office and I said to you, 5 minutes ago, I could swear I heard Father so and so's voice,
Yeah.
and it wasn't. And Rebecca escorted somebody wherever. 2 minutes later, he came to your desk. Is that weird?
No, he was probably down the hall and speaking loudly to somebody.
No, but I swear it was him. And then I looked over to see if it was him, and
No.
no, she was escorting somebody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
I
even
don't
2 minutes.
know. Yeah,
2 minutes later, he was at your desk, and I thought, now that's a coincidence.
people have premonitions, you know.
You know,
How about when you think of somebody, you haven't thought of them in years, and you think of somebody and you say, geez, I wonder whatever happened to so and so. And then the next day you open up the paper and there's that person's obituary, or they're related to the person that you were thinking of. That's happened to me so many times. Not so much lately since I'm in the hospital, but just before reading obituaries, I think, geez, I just thought of that person. Is that connected? Is it, like you say, it's matter, and you're putting, I always call it connecting the dots.
Uh-huh.
There's so many dots out there that are connected. And if it's like a puzzle and we're putting the pieces together, but I never want to think of it as evil. I want to think of it as we're expanding our minds. We only use 10% of our brains. We have so much more. That's another thing that Jehovah's Witnesses said. Our brains are only used 10%. What more could we possibly do with the other 90%?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they would tell me that. That has nothing to do with the Bible. I don't know. But anyway.
I think that was debunked recently because that was what we all got. You know, we all grew up thinking that we were only using 10% of our brain, but I'm pretty sure they said that that's BS.
Really?
Yeah. Which makes sense because it's like, you know, what's that other 90%?
Yeah, what's it doing? Why
Yeah.
is it there?
Just chilling there. It would atrophy, you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But has anything like that ever happened to you where you've dreamt it, or deja vu? You swear you've been there before. You swear you've met the person before. We work with this person, this lady at work. And I told her that when I look at her, I think of her as a royal person that at one time she was carried on a whatever you call those things, and people would adorn her with roses and fruit and this and that she comes from royalty. I said, just her essence, just talking to her. So about a week ago, she told me that her mother just found out that they have royal blood. She goes, and I'm telling her, she goes, Pat at work told me that we have royal blood. When I'm around her, there's just something about her that to me, she's an old soul, and she came from royalty. She was admired. She was praised. And then when she told me, yes, she just found out that she comes from royalty. There's an essence about her that's like it's an old spirit. There's something, I don't know. I just get this really in awe of feeling when I'm around her.
Hmm.
She just reminds me of somebody that came from another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you ever feel that way? Do you ever say, I know this person from before? I've
Well,
had another
I've had
lifetime.
premonitions before, things like that.
Hmm.
What about you, Roddy?
I would think that with like premonitions and deja vu and all that stuff, there's your Jehovah friends saying that that's evil. And then I have a
Hmm.
really religious cousin who says anytime you have deja vu, that means you're actually going down the right path and it's a good thing. And it is God telling you that you're actually going down the right path or the path that you're supposed to take.
Oh,
But
I
then
never heard that before.
so people just make stuff up is what my point is. It's like it's
Oh,
you're having a deja vu. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is what it is. Now, what I think what premonitions come out to be is because we know ourselves more than anybody else. So we know damn well what we're going to do the next day, deep down inside. It's not front of your mind the whole time, so you're not like, but you can have a really good guess of what's going to happen in your life in the next anytime really you already know what's going to happen because you know the kind of choices, the kind of decisions you're going to make.
hmm.
I don't
Ah,
think it's anything otherworldly. I think it's not so much that 90% of your brain isn't being worked. It's just that we choose we filter out what we're actually thinking of, but we're always thinking ahead.
well, Rich had an interesting sermon this past yesterday. What was the name of that again? The quadrant, the four
The
panes.
Johari window.
I thought that was so interesting that there's a quarter of us that only God knows. We don't see it. The people we meet don't see it. And that quarter, I don't know. How'd you explain it again, Rich? I like
Well,
that
I mean
quarter part.
the Johari window is a tool invented by psychologists to put in a picture of the self that both yourself and other people know, the part of yourself that you know but other people don't know, behaviors, motivations, things like that. And then there's a part of you that other people can see that you don't know, you don't acknowledge. And then there's the unknown self, which other people don't observe and you're not aware of. I made the conclusion that God knows that. That's not part of, as far as I know, the explanation of the Johari window. But yeah, I mean, God would have to know about that part of us.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, at some point, some of that stuff will become known to others and ourselves, and other stuff we probably won't ever know. We may if we go to heaven, but
But the way you've been talking today, I
hmm?
don't
What was that?
I don't know if you'll make it to heaven there, Father. The way you've been behaving as on this show.
Really, has my behavior been that out of line?
Well, but it is Halloween, so it's acceptable.
Yeah.
You can sin all you want during Halloween,
Well,
like the purge.
that's frightening. Well, the belief is at this time of the year is that the barriers between the spirit world and the physical world are the thinnest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Like, where does that come from?
I think it comes from the Celts, but I don't know what. I read a lot about it, but I don't remember reading why they thought it was.
Could it be the phase in the moon?
Maybe.
All Souls Day, All Saints Day.
Could it be they just made it all up?
Um, I don't know. It's from ancient culture, so there's something they had to perceive.
I feel like if there's one thing that humans have done that ever since they began to crawl out of the mud is make stuff up.
Yeah.
Do other animals lie and make shit up? Do you think?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, we don't understand how to talk to dolphins, but they might lie to each other.
Think horses lie?
They could.
I don't think they do.
They could. One horse could wink at another horse across the stable, make the other horse believe that they were interested in him, and then when they get out in the yard, the winking horse doesn't pay the other horse any mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, what's he get? So they just lie without gain?
Yeah, I mean, look at a horse.
You think horses are cynical?
It looks like it wants to mess with somebody.
Exactly.
Go to a zoo and see monkeys. Monkeys are going at it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Monkeys
Did you
are.
ever go to Catskill Game Farm?
Yes.
Do you remember the monkey cage?
No.
Oh my gosh.
The only memory I have that is the where the hippos were, and there was just a big trench between you and the hippos. And I'm like, why doesn't the hippo just walk out?
Try to explain to a 5-year-old what the monkeys are doing. Holy cow. I said, oh, this isn't good. What an education Catskill
Yeah,
Game Farm gave me.
I'm looking this up.
What are you looking up?
The barrier between the spirit world and the physical world.
The barrier between the spirit world? Is that what you're looking up?
Yeah.
Well, what's the difference between All Souls Day and All Saints? Well, the other one is a saint. They've already
Yeah.
gone to heaven. Souls Day is the dead, right?
Well,
And that's
all souls is all souls.
and All Saints are All Saints. That used
The,
to be, isn't it a holy day of obligation?
yeah.
I think so.
The belief that the barrier between the physical world and the spiritual world is thinnest around Halloween has deep roots in Celtic, Christian, and folk traditions. Celtic origins. Samhain is a Celtic festival marking the end of the harvest and the beginning of winter, roughly around October 31st and November 1st. The Celts believed this was a liminal time, a turning point in the year when the natural boundaries blurred, life and death, light and darkness, summer and winter. They thought spirits of the dead and other worldly beings could more easily cross into the human realm during this time. Fire feast costumes were used to honor or appease these spirits and protect the living from harmful ones. Christian adaptation. When Christianity spread through Celtic regions, the church absorbed and reinterpreted it. All Saints' Day, All Souls' Day became times to pray for the dead, honor martyrs, and remember the faithful departed. Folk beliefs and seasonal symbolism. Autumn naturally symbolizes decay, death, dormancy. Falling leaves, light fades, and death and earth dies, all echoing the nearness of mortality. People projected this season dying into the spirit world as nature withdraws, the invisible realm seems closer. In folklore, liminal times and places, midnight crossroads, thresholds, dusk, and Sahame were portals for encounters with spirits and the divine. So I think it's probably a seasonal northern hemisphere thing.
Mm-hmm.
Does that shed
Yeah,
any light on it?
yeah, it does. It does because, like you say, it's deadening. It's everything goes dormant now. Then
Yeah,
come the spring, then you have the renewal, the Easter, the spring, the life.
yeah.
I like that.
So the final ghost story for tonight. So I went to the internet for a story and I discovered, I didn't discover, I purposely looked for
You stumbled upon.
stories about the black-eyed children.
Yeah.
Justin's favorite. It actually freaks him out, freaks me out too.
Yeah, I know. I know Gritty's not a big fan of that either. I think he gets scared of that stuff too. So.
Yeah. So, Pat, do you know who the black-eyed kids are?
No, I do not.
So these kids will show up and knock on people's doors. Can we come in? And sometimes they don't have shoes on their feet. Um, and they're
They're cold.
insistent. They become very, they're cold. Let me in. I'm very cold. And then when people get a look at their eyes, they're just black circles, no whites. So one night, a man was dozing in the spare bed in his infant daughter's room when he heard a strange bump outside his house. Initially, the man thought nothing of it, believing it to be the family cat, but the thumps continued. The man checked the porch, but the cat was nowhere to be found. Then he walked into the kitchen and found two figures outside his front door. They knocked on the door. Both were boys, around 10 or 11, and gave off a pungent, moldy odor. May we use your telegraph? One of the boys said, looking up at the man. To his horror, the man realized both the boys had eyes that were completely black. Ignoring the odd remark about the telegraph, the man told the boy he didn't have service in his house and shut the door. As the man slowly made his way back to his daughter's room, the two boys thumped on the walls. The man clutched his daughter to his chest as the boys incessantly knocked against the window. Their eerie eyes and awful persistence made the man too scared to fall asleep. He remained crouched on the floor of the room for several hours, fighting to ignore the knocks that occurred every couple minutes. The moment his wife's alarm clock went off, the knocking ceased, and the black-eyed children were nowhere to be seen.
Creepy telegraph, though.
Yeah,
Do you believe in the black-eyed kids there, Pastor?
I don't know. I've never seen one before.
Do you think you'd let them into your house?
Absolutely not.
What if? But that's the thing, though. They make you feel bad for them, and you don't realize who they are until it's too late.
I wouldn't even give candy to a kid dressed as a black-eyed kid.
Man.
So there's this other one that I looked up. I looked up a story about a man about somebody who let the black-eyed kids in.
Nice.
And this was on Reddit. And this guy who wrote it said he found somebody in the psych ward when he was visiting his girlfriend's grandmother in the psych ward. And the guy was mumbling about the black-eyed kids. And so he went up to him and asked him, about the black-eyed kids. And the guy said, "Who are you, boy?" He asked, snapping at me in a judgmental trance. "My name is Kevin. I thought I heard you mumbling something about the black-eyed children." And he said, "Yeah, I suppose I did. I've heard of these children before and was wondering, could you maybe give me information about them if you've seen them?" And then it goes on and back and forth. And so he finally agrees to tell him about what happened. And it was November 19th, 1992. And he was watching television while his wife, Helen, was asleep upstairs, and his two children were sleeping up there too. He was watching the horror movie Evil Dead. It was around 1:30 after the movie he planned on going to bed, but all of a sudden someone was pounding on the front door. And he remembered getting very angry because who the hell would be pounding on my GD door at 1:30 in the morning? So really pissed off, I stormed to the front door and yanked it open, ready to yell at whoever was ignorant enough to disturb my night. When I looked out, it was two children, a boy around 8 years old and a girl about 11. They both had their heads hung down, looking at their feet. That's when he noticed their feet were bare. Now, this was mid November in Michigan, so anybody that doesn't know, it's effing cold. What are you kids doing out wandering, pounding at people's door in the middle of the night? I hollered. The kids never looked up or anything. They just stood there. It sounded like the boy was crying. Well, I demanded. Please, sir, we're cold, the girl said quietly, still looking at her feet. That's also when I noticed that their feet weren't red or anything. Like they weren't cold. Can we please come in? We're so cold, the little boy begged. All right, yes. You call your parents and have them pick you up, understand? They both shook their heads that they understood, and then they slowly walked past me into my home. This is when my life would change forever. I would live the most frightening half hour of my life. Once I got inside, I quickly walked past them and went straight to my phone. It was around the corner in the kitchen, so I had to leave them out of sight for a minute. I grabbed it and quickly walked back where I left them, only they were gone. I looked around and couldn't find them anywhere. It was at this point I realized how quiet the house was. I could have sworn I left the TV on, but silence. Hello, I called out one more time. Once again, it was dead silence. So I decided to go look for them. I tiptoed through the kitchen into the living room and just got by the couch. I heard the first scream. It was coming from upstairs from one of the bedrooms. I never ran so fast in my life, all the while shouting my wife's name and then my kids' names. I knew that they were in danger, but in the moment I wasn't thinking about going to the kids. I was just thinking about helping the family. I got to my wife's room, and I'll never forget what I saw that night. When I opened the door, I saw my wife laying face down on the floor. There was blood everywhere. I ran over, but as soon as I got next to her, something pulled her under the bed from her feet. I heard crunching and snapping as her bones snapped repeatedly. I could hear chunks of flesh being torn from her body. I ran as fast as I could and dove on the ground, yanking up the bed sheets, trying and, I don't know, save her, I guess, even though I knew it was far too late. When I pulled up the sheets, she was completely unrecognizable. Her legs bent in weird positions with huge chunks of her meat just gone. Her face was twisted in an expression of pure agony and pain. Helen, I shouted. I was so upset I almost missed it at first. It was a pair of feet on the opposite side of the bed. My heart hit my chest. I didn't even have time to react as those feet inhumanly ran fast straight out of my room toward the hall. I looked up and caught a shadow running into my kids' room where they lay sleeping. No! I shouted. I was too late. The door slammed and I couldn't budge it. I screamed at the top of my lungs to open the door, but they weren't having it, and there was no way of getting the door open. So I quickly ran downstairs and called the police to tell them to get out here quick. A scream shattered through my body as I heard my own children facing the same fate as my beloved wife, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. I was hysterically crying and ran back upstairs, and I kept ramming the door. It was pointless. There had to be something against the door, but it wasn't even close to giving in. Then, after a minute, I heard complete silence, and I knew my babies were gone. I was sitting huddled up in the hallway when I heard the door slowly creep open. I pulled my head from my knees and looked in horror at the shadows slowly approaching the doorway. My heart was racing so fast I was about to pass out. Just before I did, those damn kids stepped out of the room covered in blood. They were smiling these awful grins, and that's when I got a look at their eyes. No white, just black, like the devil eyes himself were in these children. That's when everything went black for me. I must have fainted because I woke up in the hospital to a whole frenzy of doctors and policemen bombarding me with questions. I told them what happened, but of course they didn't believe me. So, long story short, they found me insane, and I've been here ever since.
That's very vivid descriptions.
Yeah.
I like that.
Can we come in?
I like that. That was the best part was when you would do the voices. Is it surprising to you, or maybe there is, and I haven't noticed, but is it surprising? Like, is there a movie? Has Hollywood taken on the Black-Eyed Kids?
Not that I know of.
Is that it's kind of surprising. Are they also scared of them because it's real?
It might be.
Because that'd be like what you just read would be a hell of a movie if you think about it.
Yeah. But, the legend really got legs in the 90s in America. And that's about when Hollywood was starting to bleed out their creativity.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, yeah. That's. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard of the Ring. You never watched The Ring?
No.
Brought up earlier. That's crazy. That was a big
So,
movie.
so what do you think of the Black Eyed Kids, Pat?
That's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Don't want to see any black-eyed kids under my door. So, in other words, he was put in an insane asylum,
Yeah.
and more than likely, he was charged with killing his wife and kids,
Yeah.
and he was crazy. And he's saying, "No, it wasn't me; it was them." That would be a good movie. You know, we had this one case. It was my grandson's coach's brother and sister-in-law.
Is this a Halloween story?
No, this is a true story. It happened at Saratoga High School.
We ended with the Black Eyed Kids.
Oh, okay. But this is true. I'm just saying this
All right,
guy
go ahead.
he kidnapped this runner, and he put the runner in his car. He tied her up. He was going to rape and kill her. So luckily the girl was a runner. She was screaming. The coach saw it. The coach got into his car, chased the guy. They got the girl. She was saved. But what if the coach didn't have his eye on her? What if all of these things, she would have been a statistic.
But it didn't happen that way.
No, it didn't, thank goodness. But I'm just saying,
But then
with the warped mind, who doesn't know better, who doesn't know
two
good from bad.
black-eyed kids went to her house and said, "Can we come in?" And she let them in.
Oh,
And she's never been seen again.
that's your first mistake. Is letting them in.
Happy Halloween.
You
Any
gotta
any final Halloween wishes from you, Pat?
None.
No,
I'm,
nothing,
I'm
nothing for.
speechless. I am totally speechless.
How about you, Roddy?
Happy Halloween to everybody listening to this show and watching this show. And I highly suggest you watch the Human Centipede trilogy this Halloween. If not, at least watch Saw or Final Destination. They're about as gory.
Or watch Thanksgiving, one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
That you guys said it's really good. I gotta watch
Yeah.
that.
Well, happy Halloween, everybody. Be safe.
Don't let
Say a
any black
prayer that
kids
no
come in the
evil
house.
comes into your life and enjoy the Halloween candy.
Mm.
May I come in?
You're
Oh man.